In those early days, we were really following an artistic impulse. The classics were very much a part of our training, the notion of having a resident company and the idea of performing the plays in rotating repertory had been part of the training and part of our DNA.
We just wanted to act, and we just wanted to maybe someday direct. But once we began to really get involved in this artistic organization with a community that had come around us, it began to feel like something that was so much bigger than we were.
A Noise Within has given me a range of roles that any actor in the world would envy.
Thanks to Jeff and Julia, I had a home, an artistic home.
We've become pretty much of a family here, the resident artists, the guest artists.
We know each other to the point that we can cut through the bowl. When you have that kind of comfort level, something extraordinary begins to happen very quickly, and it leads to very, very good work.
A Noise Within has consistently delivered quality, terrific entertainment that's both classical but yet has a contemporary edge.
They are not messing around with their theater here. They're not, it's energizing. It makes you want to do that much better.
Our current educational program serves over 15,000 students annually, and those students come from around 183 different schools, 18 different school districts.
The responses from my students are phenomenal. I tell them whenever I bring them to a theater production that I'm setting them up for success.
I happened to overhear a couple of the students who were off to the side tell one another, I will never think that Shakespeare is boring again.
I don't think there's ever a play that my students have not loved.
In acting camp, I learned how to do stage directions and stage cues, and I learned how to do a play, like a mini play, and why people direct plays and stuff.
Children need to use their imagination.
The arts help teach students about teamwork, about communication, about collaboration.
The art gives a really positive outlet for kids to sort of like see themselves in projects and works.
It really is a privilege to have A Noise Within be their first experience, because we know it's going to be high quality. And if they can have that first positive experience where they can connect with a great story, that's going to serve them for the rest of their lives.
The Ahmanson Foundation supports well-run organizations, and A Noise Within certainly is not an exception to that.
In addition to the clear commitment to quality, A Noise Within has always had a commitment to running their organization in a very business-like way. Many companies have had deficits, but not A Noise Within. That's quite a remarkable accomplishment.
I've experienced the audiences here at A Noise Within as incredibly generous. They're so smart.
You have an audience that is committed to a group of artists that has been working together for an extended period of time, and they have developed a relationship with those artists.
There's nothing casual about the love of the theater here, and there's nothing casual about the love of this particular theater.
One of the things that pleased us about supporting A Noise Within was that it brings us into their community, which I think is the part that we've liked the most.
There's something tangible about building community. And these 3 plays running in rotating repertory creates its own kind of community.
As you develop as an artist, as you learn your craft, as you train, a lot of what keeps you there and feeds you are the stories that you're telling and the community that you're building.
The artistic family that I've become a part of is what my soul needed.
A Noise Within is very dear to my heart, and I love it. I love it with all my heart.
It's beyond my wildest dream that I would ever have ended up doing exactly what I've always wanted to do, the kinds of plays I've always wanted to do, with the kind of people I've always wanted to work with, and here I am.
To be in a permanent home, to continue to be able to grow and expand this organization, to get to that place that we know we're getting closer and closer to reaching our full potential, you can't replace that. All it takes is that look back a decade and how we could have never imagined this. This is truly beyond our wildest dreams.